Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday, which means it is one of my bigger runs. I have 26 miles to do total for the day. So I have 13 miles this morning. I have 13 miles this evening. So it's 26 miles broken up into two runs. And really like today, this is the peak of my training. After this, everything starts to taper. Like this weekend's brick workout is even shorter. It's like an 80-minute bike ride followed by a 15-minute run. So today is like the peak of everything. And then after this, we just taper into the Ironman, which 16 days away. So let's go do 13 miles right now. Craziest thing just happened. I'm about 5 miles in, come around this corner along this creek, and I scared this massive bird. So this massive bird's in the water, gets up, flies away. As it's flying away, it's carrying this massive snake in its claws, drops the snake right next to me. Madness. Quick little update, 6.5 miles, halfway through this morning's run, 49 minutes, 18 seconds. All right, run complete. Felt pretty good. It was honestly like probably the coldest weather I've run in so far throughout the season. But here is my distance, my pace. So 13.08 miles in 1 hour, 41 minutes, 53 seconds at a 7-minute, 47-second minute per mile pace, which I think like last week on my 12-mile run, I believe this was the exact same pace I had for the morning run. 12 miles, 1 hour, 33 minutes, 21 seconds total at a 7-minute, 47-second minute per mile pace. So that's 13.08 miles done this morning, and now tonight I have to do another 13 miles. So, welcome to the day. So I did that run fasted this morning. I woke up, I had an electrolyte tab, and then hit the road. So this will be my first meal. 4 whole eggs, lots of salt and pepper. I salt a lot of things now because of training. English muffin, Kerrygold's butter, which I am obsessed. I've been obsessed with Kerrygold's butter for the past couple of months. Obsessed with Kerrygold's butter. I thought Buc-ee's couldn't get any better. Well, it did. I discovered their like jellies, jams, preserves. This is a blackberry preserve. This stuff is the bee's knees. And then English muffin wise, a couple weeks ago I talked about these Dave's Killer Bread English muffins. This is the this is like the organic rockin' grains, pretty good. And just when you thought strong greens couldn't make you feel any better, we went and produced strong reds. So this has been a work in progress for a long time. Super excited about this one. This launches Tuesday, October 22nd, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. And they can be taken separately if you want, but you can also stack them together. So I'm going to take both of these every morning together. Same glass. This is a strawberry flavor, and the flavor is absolutely amazing. So if you take this with the greens, it's like a strawberry lemon, really, really good. So you have strong greens, which is like like a wheatgrass base. So it's your greens formula, but strong reds, you got to think of it as like your fruit-based formula. So there's like acai, pomegranate, cranberry, blueberry, raspberry. There is a very strong ingredient in there, a blend of nutrient called Spectra, which we'll talk about later. And there's digestive enzymes, which help break down the food that you're consuming and just help with digestion and support of your gut. So these two products together for the health line, absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do, 1 scoop of strong greens in, it's about 8 to 10 ounces of water. And then 1 scoop of strong reds, same glass. And this will make you feel like $1,000,000. Starts your day off strong, carries you throughout the day. Strong reds, strong greens combo. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, so I'm about to go on a call with my coach, Taryn, to talk about the nutrition plan and kind of just preparation moving into the Ironman because we're coming up close. This is the last week of, like I said, difficult training, and then we go into the taper next week. So I'll hop on this call with him and talk to you guys about what we discussed. Okay, the plan. Now, as you know, next week starts the taper, moving into the event. Days leading up to the Ironman itself, probably like 5 days, I'm going to increase carbohydrate consumption every day by about 30% with the intent of topping off glycogen stores in the muscle and in the liver. The goal for my nutrition plan for the Ironman, because that is what literally makes or breaks you, having a solid nutrition plan for the race day itself. The goals to keep in mind are energy conservation and energy management. Because if you go too hard in the beginning and you blow your energy and you're burning through all of your calories and your glycogen, you will be sucking, if not unable to complete at the end. You know, I think my goal is between 12 and 13 hours to complete the Ironman itself. So you need to conserve energy and manage your energy to make it towards the end to have the best race possible. Because if I go harder than the beginning, well, I'm going to be burnt out, and at the end I will be dragging ass and it'll kill my time. So nutrition plan for the day of the race itself. This will be interesting. Now, before the race, my first meal is 4 hours before the race kicks off. This will be like what I've been eating the entire time throughout this prep pretty much. Either eggs or protein sludge and oatmeal or English muffins with jam and butter like I've been doing. And then I will have some sort of hyperhydrator solution, which is like between 1,500 and 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes to get electrolytes early on. That's 4 hours before the race. From there to the race itself, I will be sipping on a light electrolyte drink just to keep busy and to just get some electrolytes and fluids in me. Nothing crazy. 30 minutes before the race, I will have one GU. Okay, so I'm going to be using GUs on the race in addition to some other things. So one GU. Immediately after the swim, so 30 minutes before, one GU. Immediately after the swim, another GU during transition to the bike. When I get on the bike, now the intent on the bike is not to take my heart rate over 140. Hour one on the bike, the goal is heart rate between 115 and 120. Hour two on the bike is heart rate around 130, and the rest of the race, my heart rate around 125 to 130. And each hour, the goal is to consume 60 to 80 grams of carbs and 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So those carbs are coming from Whole Foods. I'm going to carry field bars on me, GUs, and then a carbohydrate-based powder that also has electrolytes. So I'll add some salt tabs as well in there to make sure I get 1,000 milligrams of sodium per hour in addition to those 60, 80 grams of carbs. So that's on the bike. And then when I transition from the bike to the run, my goal is a 9:15 minute per mile pace. The first 6 miles, take it slow. Just take it slow and gradual. Kind of feel out that acclimation. And then after that first 6 miles, move up to, if I'm not there already, around the 9:15 minute per mile pace. My nutrition on the run itself will be a salt tab every 20 minutes. So I'll have a salt stick with me. And I hit that every 20 minutes. And then my nutrition and water on the course, I will just be using what they have set up at the checkpoints. So the nutrition and the water they have there, I'm not going to carry anything on the run, will be the ones that are set up at the checkpoints that are very frequently set up. And that is my plan for nutrition and energy conservation and management. So the goal is sustain, get the best time possible, finish strong, and here we go. Probably the most ideal running weather I could ask for. It is 75 degrees. Came downtown Austin because I just got to switch up the route. I've been doing like the same route around our house for so many times throughout this prep that I just can't do it tonight. So downtown, there's a beautiful 10-mile loop that goes around the river in Town Lake. So like it starts downtown, wraps around to Zilker Park, goes all the way down to Lady Bird Lake. If you guys are familiar with like the Austin, Texas area, it's a great run. And especially like as the Austin Marathon gets closer, it gets packed with runners, and it's a really good place to run. So about to do 13 miles, not taking my phone. I'm gonna leave it in the truck. So I'll see you guys in about an hour and 45 minutes or so. Woo! Man, 8:34 minute per mile pace. I tell you, the first like 10 miles, I was just chilling. I was coasting. I felt good. And then those last 3 miles, my legs. It's hard to describe the feeling of what happens to your legs after that many miles. It's like when I'm running my marathons. The last 2 years I did it at like the mile 17, 18. I have the same exact feeling in my legs where it's just like they feel right now like they're just burning inside. It's a very interesting feeling. It's a good hurt. It's a good feeling to have. It means you push the limits. You exhausted them of their energy for the day. So I think I had an intense bike ride last night, which really burned out my legs. Then going to the run this morning, 13 miles, and then 13 miles tonight. I feel conditioned. Best shape I've ever been in my life, hands down, by far. But that many miles on legs in a day, you're gonna feel it by the end of it. And I'm feeling it right now, but solid session. So we'll go home, get some food. And tonight's dinner, after 26 miles, we got some
pizza.
What is this?
Barbecue ranch chicken pizza.
Oh yeah.
I ran 3 miles.
Look at this right here. That looks delicious.
Are you going to acknowledge the fact that I also ran?
How far did you run?
3 miles. I deserve this pizza.
Good job. Now, I weighed myself after the run once I got home. 193 pounds. And I'm telling you, I am actually liking sitting at a lower weight. I know Steph probably doesn't like it, but I'm enjoying being at this weight right now. I just feel like light on my feet. I feel good. So we got some pizza for dinner. I'm gonna add a lot of these calories that I lost today back into my diet. My Garmin says I burned 6,000, so I'm team ranch dressing on pizza. I'm gonna devour some of this food, and then we'll see you in the next video. 16 days out, Ironman, Panama City, Florida.